Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Blazekiller and today we are back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving y'all 10 beginner tips and tricks in Lumber Tycoon 2. Just because though these are beginner tips and tricks, this does not mean you are not going to learn something new from this video if you are not a beginner, so stay tuned to hear all of these tips and tricks to see if you learn something new. The first of these tips is going to be a more basic one. It's the fact that all of your vehicles are going to have headlights in this game. From your all-purpose hauler to your utility vehicle to your utility vehicle XL, which I don't have in this base right now, to your snowmobile right here. They're all going to have headlights in some form or another. And to activate those headlights, hop into the driver's seat of the vehicle, press Y if you're on console, triangle on PlayStation, L as in lumber on PC, or there should be a button if you're on mobile once you enter into the driver's seat should be a button on your screen to activate those headlights. Now, headlights are going to be very beneficial if it's night, like right now. If you are in a dark place like a cavern or a tunnel or a cave or a maze, anywhere where headlights would be warranted, or light would be warranted rather, those could be beneficial. What happened to my car? The second tip is, how do you fit any sized wood into any size sawmill? Say you don't have the biggest sawmill in the game, or even if you do have the biggest sawmill in the game like I do, there are still pieces of wood, such as the walnut wood or the koa wood over in the tropics biome, and potentially some others that are going to be too large for your sawmill. You can see that I can't fit this piece of wood into my sawmill. It's just genuinely too large. Okay, so what you're going to do in these cases is you're going to pick up your sawmill by pressing check, move. You're going to then grab your piece of wood while your sawmill is freaking out a little bit. Shouldn't be looking like this. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. And then you should place your piece of wood where you think the sawmill, the inside of the sawmill would be, like the middle of the sawmill, okay? Then press quit on your sawmill that you're holding still. Okay, and then just like that, it's going to allow that large piece of wood that otherwise would not have fit in the sawmill to go into the sawmill and be sawmilled by this by the sawmill. Okay, there you go. As simple as that. Okay, now this brings me into my third tip. Now that I have a long plank, is what are long planks? Long planks are long pieces of wood that are helpful in navigating different parts of the map. I placed a long plank over here just so you guys can see just one use of a long plank. It could be connecting two ridges together that you want to cross. It could be climbing a mountain. It could be climbing something on your base, or just climbing to some place where it functions as a ladder essentially, as you can kind of see. So anywhere that you might want to go, use a long plank to get there. How do you make the long plank? Well, I just made one right here. Essentially, you're going to mess with the dimensions on the side of your sawmill and tweak them in such a way as to create a small piece of wood. So your dimensions in your sawmill might look something like this. Might be like a large piece of wood. However, you can mess with the X and Y coordinates of these things here to make a small piece of wood. I typically like long planks on 1 here, then your Y is going to be a 0.6 or a 0.4. 0.4 is probably ideal. 0.6 also works. I believe this was a 0.4, maybe this was a 0.6, I forget. In any case, just tweak these to your liking. It doesn't have to be perfectly like this, but the smaller you make this one, instead of making this like a 1x1, you might say, oh, why don't you use a 1x1? Well, if you make this smaller, then you can have a longer piece of wood, and a long plank is supposed to be as long as possible. But again, tweak it according to your needs and what you want to use it for. Okay, the third tip I want to bring you guys is, if your car has ever flipped over or been stuck somewhere, I'm going to be showing y'all how to get that unstuck really fast. Say you've gotten yourself into a position like this. Your car has flipped over. You tried to drive off the mountain. You tried to do something you shouldn't have done, or just the car is, has a mind of its own. It decided to flip over. Sometimes that happens in this game. I'm not joking. So, essentially, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hop out of that vehicle. You're going to grab yourself a blueprint. Any blueprint works. Hopefully, you have one in your inventory. Then you're gonna hop back into the driver's seat. And then you're going to position that blueprint on your vehicle. It has to be touching your vehicle somewhere. Then you're going to rotate that blueprint. There should be some indication of how to rotate that blueprint on your screen somewhere. For me, it's going to be Y, and I'm going to kind of navigate it with one of my joysticks. And then just like that, I essentially just rotated this. And to be clear, you have to be in the driver's seat for this to work. Okay? If you're not, and you try to do it outside of the vehicle, it still rotates, but it just goes back to the way it was once you hop out of that menu. you're like, okay, it looks the same. Well, let me hop in. And then just like that, it'll go back eventually, sometimes on its own. Sometimes I'll have to hop in and reset it. But yeah, just like that, you see. So hop in your driver's seat, and then you can navigate your vehicle however you like, just by rotating a blueprint that's touching the vehicle. That should allow you to get out of stuck situations where your car is stuck, your car is flipped, whatever, right? Okay, fifth thing, how to get a piece of wood unstuck out of your base. It's going to be the same exact concept, okay? So say I have a piece of wood. I'm not sure if any of these are stuck, but say you have, a ton of wood just, piled on top of each other, or just stuff like this, long planks or, long pieces of wood here, where, some pieces of wood just might get stuck under your base by themselves. It just happens. I'm going to be showing you all a clip since I don't have any pieces of wood stuck on my base right now. I'll show you guys a clip of a video I made on how to get that piece of wood unstuck.
These pieces that have been stuck for months, I can't, again, get them stuck any other way. Unstuck, that is, sorry. Take a blueprint and rotate it around. Let's maybe take a larger blueprint so it has a little bit more place to work with here. Look it. Before you know, look it. It's unstuck. That was not a fluke. Let me prove it to you again. Boom. Just like that. You see how quick that is.
So as the video showed, you're essentially using the same exact strategy as flipping your car. You're placing that piece of blueprint on that wood and then just rotating it. Then it should get unstuck. See, I can get a piece of wood stuck under my base right now. It'll probably get unstuck on its own, yeah. But if it didn't, again, you can just use that same strategy that you're hopefully an expert at by now. Number 6, the sixth tip is going to be how to double jump, how to triple jump in this game. Again, this could be useful for the same reason this could be useful, just to climb things, to get on top of things. Essentially, what you're going to do is you can use an axe, you can use a small piece of wood, you can use just anything that is a similar size and weight as an axe right here. And so you're trying to jump on top of this mountain. I probably wouldn't be able to jump on top of this little cliff face right here just with this double jump tutorial, but I might be able to jump on top of something else with this. Maybe we can try something else right here. Essentially, though, what you're going to do is you're going to hop on top of this and then kind of grab it at the same time, okay? You can see you can do that, and then you can even triple jump with this by kind of spamming your grab button and your jump button at the same time. There we go, just like that, a little triple jump, and it might not even get me on top of this, but again, it can get you on something that would otherwise be inaccessible if you didn't have this tutorial, okay? The seventh thing is going to be a similar thing, except it's going to be wall climbing. So you can literally scale any size wall in this game. So say the triple jump or the double jump is not enough for you. Say you can't get a piece of wood long enough, to get wherever you're trying to go, right? You can use your axe, or again, anything small like a small piece of wood, a boxed axe, things like that are going to work as well. You're going to zoom out, and you're going to essentially, it's all about timing with this, okay? You're going to pick up this axe the second, or like a split second before you actually jump onto the axe itself. Not jump onto it, walk onto it, okay? And if you do it correctly, you should be able to scale the wall. All right, just like that. So essentially, again, it's all about timing. You'll get used to it. You'll find the angle that works for you, the perspective that works for you. And this, again, works for any axe. Make sure your axe is all the way, or anything small that's a similar size to an axe. So a tree trunk would work. And then just get it right up to that, right up to the side. And then you can just kind of climb onto it, and then it'll lift you up, just as you saw. Okay? Let's hop into the 8th tip of this video. And that is how to create a new slot on console specifically. So say you're on PC, say you're on mobile, you're just able to click that button that says create new slot. But if you're on console, that's not an option as of now. I don't have any empty slots, but I do have a video that I made showing you how to complete this glitch. So roll that right here.
First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to load. You're going to press the slot you want to do it at, I guess. So you're going to press on it. It should say save to the slot, but you can't press it, right? It's so annoying. Now you go up to a wall, you pretty much press check on it. So you're gonna probably have your friend load the space up and do this. Now you're gonna press up on your D-pad. Don't press move or destroy, up on your D-pad. Save to the slot. It should say delete all data on this slot and replace with current progress. Confirm. Working, save success, it is done. Now, if you press load, you are currently on this slot.
So as you can see in the video, it's not really a glitch per se, but it allows you to create that new slot. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to have a fellow friend or an alt account load in their base and have some sort of blueprint or something that you can click onto with your check button. And that is going to allow you to navigate up to that save to the slot button. And it's going to allow you to save to a new slot and save your progress, okay? Now the 9th tip for this video relates to trading. And how do you safely trade in this game? You know, say you're a new player, you're a beginner, assumingly that's why you're watching this video, and you're looking for some trading tips. Okay, here's a few right here. 1, don't trade with anyone who is acting suspicious, who is being sketchy, especially someone who has a history of scamming. Don't trade with that person, okay? And the safest way to go about trading is as so. Say I'm the buyer, and I'm trying to buy something off of someone else's base. Let's say it's this piece of wood right here. Why would I do that? I don't know. The seller is going to first bring that piece of whatever it is, whatever you're trying to buy, into your base. It can be right here. It can be like near the base. Again, your base kind of has like a little barrier around it. It's like right here. So you have like a little outline on your base that's a little bit wider than the actual dimensions of your base itself. So say it's within your base right here, let's say. Okay, then you are going to blacklist the seller. And you might say, why would you do that? Well, if you blacklist the seller at this point, the seller can't pick up the thing and scam you, and you can't grab it still because you're not whitelisted. It's not yours yet. So once you blacklist the seller, no one gets the item. It's kind of in a limbo state. The 3rd step is you're going to send the money for the item to the player. Okay, so I'm going to find a way to send the money, whatever, right? And then once the money is sent, hopefully if this person is genuine, they're not going to scam you. They're going to go into their settings. They're going to tap on your name and say, you know, save items to base. They're going to check that. And then at that point, you can reload your slot and it's going to be yours. Say they don't, though, press save items to base. At that point, well, they can't get their item back because they're blacklisted and you can't get their item. So even if you sent them the money, they lose their item if they decide to scam you. So this is a really safe method of trading, the safest method of trading. If you don't want to use this method, you can have a middleman, or you can just go about trading in the normal way where you just trust the person to send you the money and trust the other person, to give the item, okay? All right, one more tip before we jump into the 10th tip is kind of a bonus tip here. There's no fall damage in this game, okay? So if you're using the wall climbing glitch or the long plank or the double or triple jump glitch that I just showed you earlier, there's going to be no fall damage. I can climb to the top of this volcano here in the distance and jump off, and there's not going to be any fall damage, which is super, super helpful, super unique, super beneficial to know. All right, your 10th and final tip for this video is how to earn money quickly in this game. Okay, here's how to go about it. You just loaded into this game, you're new at this game, or at least somewhat new in this game. You're tempted first to go to these large trees that seem like they're going to give you a lot of money, these elm trees right here. However, no, don't go for those, don't go for the cherry trees, go for the oak trees right here. These are going to give you the most money off the bat. Sell those right here, chop them up and sell them in the wood drop-off, and then buy yourself a piece of land once you have $100. Buy your piece of land. I place the land right here. I get a sign from that land. There's going to be a land sign. I'm going to go take that sign, sell it in the wood drop off. Buy a car. Bring that car up to the volcano and or the big taiga mountain over here. And I'll post some links, somewhere in the description or on the screen right now to show y'all, a full tutorial on how to do this. But go either to the volcano or to get frostwood. So either get the lava wood or the frostwood, harvest those, bring that back, and sell those. Those will give you thousands of dollars. The frostwood's 3 times as good as the lava wood. However, it's a hassle to get, essentially. You have to go and blow up these rocks. Then you have to go climb up a big mountain. This is just a big mountain, essentially. But it's a much shorter distance. So kind of weigh your options there. And then from that point, you can just sell frostwood and lava wood the whole time you play this game. Those are the best woods to farm in terms of efficiency and cost. What they give you once you sell them. So you can use that as well as trading once you have gotten enough money in this game. So that'll take you the full distance. That'll take you to where I am, essentially, if you're not already there, getting you millions of dollars trading as well as harvesting wood. You can do either. You can do both, whatever you wish to do. All right, essentially that is 10 tips and tricks in Lumber Tycoon 2. To summarize, you have headlights. Number 2, you have the opportunity to fit any size wood into any size sawmill using the trick I showed you in today's video. Third, long planks allow you to do a number of things. 4, to get your car unstuck or any item in your base unstuck, that's number 5, you can use this strategy right here by rotating your blueprint on a specific item, including your car. Number 6, you can double and triple jump with your axe. Number 7, you can wall climb with your axe or another object. Number 8, you can create a new slot on console using the strategy I showed you in today's video. Number 9, you can trade very efficiently and very safely using the strategy I showed you earlier. And number 10, you can make money quickly by using the lava wood strategy, the frost wood strategy, or by trading. And then again, of course, I showed you all how to trade safely, so that should help you all to navigate that very effectively. Hopefully this was beneficial for you. If you were new to this game or not, let me know if you knew any of these tips or tricks beforehand. Use them to your advantage in this game to get far, to get rich, and to interact with other players in a safe and fun manner. Hopefully you liked this video and learned something new from it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell for me so that you'll be notified whenever I do upload a new video. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace out.